some answers now to this coronavirus pandemic. We're joined now on the phone by Dr. Erika Hamilton, a microbiologist from UMass Amherst. Dr. Hamilton, thank you for joining us. Hope you're hanging in there.
Thank you for having me. It's good.
So I mean, it's our pleasure, honestly. I mean, you every single day deliver the facts for our viewers at home. So we're just talking about this drive-through testing now in West Springfield. We got a question about this. One of our viewers, they want to know, what do these tests involve? I mean, if it's the nose swab, that looks like it goes deep.
It does. Now, first let's define who's categorized as first responders. So police, firefighters, emergency medical services workers like paramedics and EMTs, corrections officers, mortuary service workers, and active members of the Mass National Guard. So those are all folks who fall into this category of first responders. And this is how it's working. If one of these people feels that they have either suspect or know that they have come in contact with someone with COVID-19, even if they are unsymptomatic, so they don't have to be showing symptoms, they can request to be tested. Now, they can't just show up at the testing site in West Springfield. Their either police chief, the owner of the funeral home, their National Guard unit commander has to contact the West Springfield testing site, set up an appointment for them. The first responder then goes at the appointment time, and the only thing they do have to do is get swabbed, and that is unpleasant because it's a very long swab, and it goes way in the back of your throat, so there is some little gagging involved. But after that, they would then wait for several days to get the test results back, and then they will know if they have it or not.
And that'll be very useful, at least going forward. I mean, these folks are out there on the front lines. Looking at the image of that test, like it's literally a full hand length deep into your nose there. All right, so the next question comes from Paul B. And we've kind of touched on this before. Will a CPAP cleaning machine, such as clean a sterilized or surgical mask?
So this is a great question. And for folks who don't know, a CPAP machine is a breathing machine that's used for someone who has sleep apnea, who has this sleeping disorder, and the person wears a mask that has tubing connected to it, and this is connected to a machine at night, and it helps them breathe. And some companies have made disinfection machines or disinfection type systems for the mask and the tubing. And depending on the company that makes them, it's either ozone or ultraviolet light that is used to disinfect these CPAP masks. However, the downside to these, or the questionable part, is that the Food and Drug Administration has not approved any of these disinfection machines. So no matter what company it is and whether it's using ultraviolet light or ozone, none of them have actually been approved by the FDA to say that they're actually doing what the company says that they do. So there is always the danger that these machines aren't even doing what the company says that they are, so that's the first problem. The second problem is that the companies that design these machines design them to work on a plastic CPAP mask, not a type of an N95 respirator, and sometimes the material you're working with does influence how you are disinfecting it. So even if they do work, which they may not, they may or may not, we're not sure, they may not work very well on an N95 mask.
All right, very interesting. And speaking of those N95 masks, we got about 20 seconds left, so I don't want to rush you here, but what's the longest that you can wear an N95 mask out in the medical field?
The Centers for Disease Control says that the longest you should do is 8 to 12 hours. After that, it should be discarded, and that 8 to 12 hours is only if the mask is still usable, you can breathe through it, and there's no holes in it, and nothing gross has splashed on it.
Okay, you just taught us a whole bunch in less than 6 minutes. Dr. Erika Hamilton of UMass Amherst, a microbiologist, thank you for joining us. Stay healthy, all right? We're going to have more from Dr. Hamilton here in the coming days because we're just getting started here on Coronavirus Getting Answers. So what you do, you tune in each weekday at 12:30. You'll hear from Dr. Erika Hamilton and other experts in this field and also throughout other fields while we go through this global pandemic. Send us any questions you have. We'll try and get you those answers. All right.